Good evening. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News. A Summit County local died with COVID-19 1 week ago today, the 12th fatality since the start of the pandemic, and the first in over a month. In the past 10 days, 2 to 3 people daily have been sent to the hospital here with COVID. Experts say there's a 50-50 chance all 2,000 critical care beds in Colorado will be full in 4 to 6 weeks, led by COVID spikes and other usual seasonal illness. Chances of hospital overload are cut in half, though, through vaccination, antibody treatments at hospitals, and mandatory face masking. Health Director Amy Wineland.
I'm not recommending a mask mandate at this time. I don't think that we hit our threshold for when we would need to implement that. What I would recommend at this time would be to implement a vaccine requirement for seated and unseated indoor events of 500.
Most other resort counties agree they do not want a regional mask mandate. The Board of Health is reviewing its options now for a health order update by December 1st. This comes as hospitals are facing another issue. Commissioner Tamara Pogue on a hospital staffing shortage.
I do think there's a bit of a disconnect from the public being, look, I got myself vaccinated, I wear my mask. This doesn't affect me. My pandemic is over, right? I don't think folks understand that if our hospital is full and my kiddo gets RSV and there's no hospital that can take my kiddo, that does affect me.
This has led to what Wineland calls unusual transfers. Vail Health at 8,000 feet has been forced to accept patients from the western slope where there's no space left for broken bones and post-surgical recovery. For a second straight week, assault and menacing were the most common criminal charges in Summit last week. 2 men and 2 women were booked for charges involving domestic violence. Another 2 got arrested for violating protection orders. For the first time in months, property theft in Frisco was down this October, $30,000 less than October 2020. But thieves still made off with more than $43,000 worth of stuff last month. Since May, they have stolen more than $410,000, mostly vehicles, bicycles, and catalytic converters. Frisco police helped Georgetown PD catch a kidnapper recently with an undercover sting at Denver Mattress Company. Cops got tipped off about an employee at the Frisco Denver Mattress location suspected of kidnapping a woman. Frisco PD sent a sergeant there undercover, which led directly to the suspect's arrest. Summit County heard first draft of a massive new short-term rental ordinance today with resort and neighborhood zones, 4 types of licenses, and lots of metaphors from disgruntled owners. First is Peter Reberg, a property manager, who finds the rules cumbersome and convoluted.
Would you get in a car with a flat tire and go on the highway? Would you get on a plane with a clearly damaged wing? And I understand that these are both life and death type of scenarios, but for some people, this is financial life and death.
Next is Johnny Pfeiffer, a second homeowner in Summit Cove, who just does not see how these rules create more local housing.
Seems like basically you're trying to close the barn door after the horses left by penalizing property owners under type 2, which is what I would fall into. Property would just sit empty for more nights, so I don't see how that helps anyone. It's not going to solve the property or the local housing issue at all.
Then there is Ian McIntyre from North Breck, who, like many others, is worried the rules will price him out of his own second home.
This just feels like totally pulling the rug out from under people who love being up here.
The county votes to adopt a revised draft on December 16th. Real estate tax revenue in Frisco and Breckenridge is setting records. The Frisco real estate investment fee has collected more than $2 million through October for the first time ever. It's the same story in Breck, where the real estate transfer tax broke $2 million in just 1 month this September. Before August of last year, that 1% tax had never made more than $1 million in a single month. Since then, it's done it 7 different times. In sports, the Nuggets play the Trailblazers tonight at 8. And in local sports, tomorrow's opening day for Mountain House at Keystone with Peru chair access. You've got uphill access open now at Breckenridge with 1 route, Springmeyer to Vista House on Peak 8. Access is free. Uphill at A-Basin is also open with an uphill pass. You've got to pay if you don't have a season pass. Skinning is restricted at every other local resort for snowmaking. Phil Lindeman, Krystal, 93 News.